A man sits at his desk, but he is not the great emancipator yet. Right now, Abraham Lincoln is just a man with a migraine. In front of him lies the Emancipation Proclamation. This is his silent battle. Outside his window, the Union is losing the war. His own generals are warning him that freeing the slaves will cause the remaining loyal states to revolt. His wife is lost in grief over the recent death of their son. His cabinet is fractured, arguing, and full of doubt. Lincoln's world is crumbling. He picks up the pen. He knows that if he signs this document, he isn't just changing a law. He is signing the death warrant for thousands more soldiers who will die in the escalated conflict that is sure to follow. He feels an isolation so profound it's a physical weight. In this moment, he isn't just a president. He's a single soul on a tightrope with no safety net below. He waits. The clock on the mantel ticks, each sound like a hammer blow. The silence in the room is deafening, filled with the unspoken fears of a nation. Then he signs. Not with a grand flourish, but with a heavy, trembling hand. The roar of freedom that would echo through generations began in that stifling, lonely silence. Now, let's travel forward to 1940. We are deep underground in a bunker in London. Smoke hangs thick in the air. The muffled drone of distant sirens hums through the concrete walls. Here, Winston Churchill is preparing his famous finest hour speech. The world sees the defiant bulldog, the cigar, the V4 victory sign. But we're looking at the man in the mirror, the unheard story behind the icon. The psychological toll is immense. Churchill's black dog, his personal name for his lifelong depression, is biting hard. He is facing dissent from within his own government, from influential figures who want to reason with Hitler and negotiate a peace. He is exhausted, his health is failing, and he is privately terrified that he is leading his people not to victory, but to a slaughterhouse. He paces the floor of the bunker, back and forth, back and forth. He rewrites a single sentence 6 times, searching for the perfect words to inspire a nation on the brink of collapse. He is grappling with the crushing pressure of being the voice of a nation when his own inner voice is whispering that all is lost. The powerful, defiant roar we hear in the historical recordings of that speech. It was forged in this midnight struggle in a silent war against his own despair. Our journey takes us to 1945. The setting is a quiet, moonlit porch in America. Harry Truman sits alone. The war in Europe is over, but the Pacific is a meat grinder. With casualty predictions for a land invasion of Japan reaching into the hundreds of thousands. Just recently, Truman has been told about a top-secret project. He's been told about the gadget, the atomic bomb. This is a new kind of pressure, something unseen in human history. No one has ever used a weapon like this. There is no precedent, no rulebook. Truman isn't just looking at military maps. He's staring at the ghosts of the future. He knows that if he uses it, he saves his own boys from a horrific invasion, but he will incinerate entire families in a single, blinding flash of heat. The silence here is the most chilling of all. It is the silence of a man realizing he is the first human in history to hold the power of a god, and realizing he is entirely, terrifyingly human. He makes the call. The heavy silence of that porch is shattered by the roar of Hiroshima, an echo that still hasn't stopped ringing in our ears. Finally, we go to 1990, to a small, dusty cell on Robben Island, South Africa. After 27 years in prison, Nelson Mandela is offered a choice by the apartheid government. He can renounce violence and walk free, or he can stay in prison. The world expects him to take the deal. But he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He chooses to stay. For nearly 3 decades, his roar was his refusal to speak on the enemy's terms. It was his silence. He sat in the solitude of that cell and did the hardest thing a leader can do. He conquered his own desire for revenge. He methodically chose peace over anger, day after silent day. When he finally walked out of that prison, a free man on his own terms, the world erupted. But the real victory wasn't that triumphant walk. It was the thousands of silent afternoons where he chose forgiveness, shaping himself into the leader the world needed. The next time you see a leader on a screen, or even when you face a choice in your own life that feels too heavy to carry, remember these moments. Remember that the true cost is often paid in private, in the silent chambers of the human heart. The world may see the result, but the soul feels the struggle. History is loud, but it is written in silence. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more dives into the hidden corners of history.